These three men share a common experience. Richard Schlosser, Larry Osborne, and Russ Oorlog are all Vietnam veterans. They're also members of the Rifle Squad and Honor Guard that honors fallen veterans in the Alexandria area. And now, thanks to Lynn Family Funeral Home, they appear on a billboard together along Highway 29 in Alexandria as part of the Operation Veteran Recognition Project. The project was something that fellow veteran and Douglas County Veteran Services Officer Jake Turner thought of last November.
Essentially, the idea just came to me one day. It was shortly after Veterans Day that it seems more often than not that people are, when it comes to Veterans Day, they're more honoring the fallen veterans, and I completely understand that. I wanted to do something for the community to recognize the veterans that are still alive and that are giving back to their community.
The project would have gone nowhere without someone willing to provide the space to display it. Enter the Lynn Family Funeral Home. Jake pitched them on what he wanted to do.
So he came up with the idea. He kind of approached us kind of sheepishly, thinking they're never going to give up their billboard for this, and we just said, sure, absolutely, let's do it, And so for me, it's just great to know that we have, the people that are going to be coming up here are the ones that we see repeatedly for honor services that we do, often. And it's such a moving experience to see these veterans dressed in uniform honoring a lost comrade.
The veterans themselves appreciate the gesture.
First thing I'll do when I drive by that billboard, I'm saying, wow. And that's the word I'm going to use, wow. Who would do something like that for veterans? Well, I told you who it was. It's Mr. Lynn and his family, because he cares.
Being with the other two fellas, it's really an honor, because I've worked with them for I don't know how many number of years now, that we all have the same focus, that we honor the veterans.
As part of the group that honors veterans at their passing, these three men are continually working to make sure that no one who served their country is ever forgotten.
I started this many years ago, 12 years ago. I started this rifle team, and Honor Guard has been there with the other clubs, and I'm so proud of what we do. And we've did over 50 this year funerals for veterans. That's an honor. And to serve my country the way I did, and come back to serve the people here in Alexandria, Minnesota, just makes me feel really good.
I enjoy what I do for the veterans. I'm the coordinator. The funeral homes calls me. I get everything set up. I call Russ, I call Richard, I call different guys for the rifle squad, different guys for the flag bearers. I enjoy it. I enjoy working with our veterans.
That's the greatest honor, and I am the squad leader, so I do all the commands. And I have also done the presentation of the flag, which is very touching, and I also present the shell casings. And it's that quiver in the lip of the person of the deceased that receives it that touches my heart, or that tear running down their cheek.
We wake up every day hoping that we don't have to take care of a veteran who lost his life. But when that happens, we're there for that veteran. We're there to serve. It's just what we do, and not everybody does it. It takes a special group to do what we do, and it's just in our hearts. It's just takes the pain away from where we've been, so we can honor that veteran who served his country, because we're still walking, we're still talking, and it's a great thing.
Each have played a part in lifting others up.
That we honor today are the veterans from this area who responded to a special calling by serving in our armed forces.
Russ has been the driving force behind the Veterans Memorial Park.
It's official.
He credits so many people in making it happen, but his heart and love for veterans from all eras was part of the lifeblood of how this park came to be. Part of what fuels each of these men to want to continually honor other veterans rests on how they were treated upon coming home from Vietnam, rather unceremoniously, and in a few cases with an air of rejection.
When I came home, from Nam. My family didn't want nothing to do with me. The guys I used to run around with didn't want nothing to do with me. So I pretty much became a loner.
I never had the conflicts other veterans had coming home. You came home, you were debriefed, you left Travis Air Force Base and flew back home, and you're just kind of like all by yourself. I met my girlfriend, which is now my wife, at the airport in Minneapolis, and then we just went home. And then you just really probably didn't talk about much more about it.
I was called to serve my country. My dad was a colonel in the U.S. Army in World War II, so I knew what I was facing. It was Vietnam, and my dad talked about it. And I knew what I was facing. I was one of 3 brothers in the family, and during those times, one had to go, and I was the middle boy, and I'm gone. And that's the way it was. And I went with an attitude that I'm gonna do whatever I got to do to come back alive, because I knew I was going to Vietnam. It just was quite obvious, and I made it. And I'm proud of what I did. I worked hard. When I came home, it was terrible. People in my country, the USA, didn't care about me or anything. And I was treated bad for many, many years. But you know what? I'm stronger, tougher than they are. And here I am today, serving my veterans.
I get angry at the government too for the way they treated my fellow veterans. The way that it happened to them is just completely irresponsible, and it should have never happened. And so what I'm hoping is that with this, it kind of brings some closure, showing that even if the big government, the federal government, doesn't care, we do. As a community, we care about every single veteran that lives here.
And that takes us back to the Billboard and what it means to be recognized for their efforts both back 50 years ago and now.
I think back to when we came home from Vietnam, that now they're going to honor us, and it's really been a real honor to be honored now. Where 52 years ago, you weren't welcome home. So this has really made it an honor to be asked to be honored.
These men are the first of many who will be recognized through the Operation Veteran Recognition Project over the coming year.
3 months from now, there's going to be another 3 guys. Yep. And 3 months from there, there'll be another 3 guys. And you know, if this might take off, and it might be like, hey, we're going to do this for a long time, because there's a lot of veterans still out there.
So as you head south on Highway 29, just past Alamere Clinic, give a nod to the veterans, not only on the billboard, but all who gave us the rights and freedoms we enjoy each and every day. For the Voice of Alexandria, I'm Joe Kurkowski.